Welcome to the next one in our series, How can I not be the salt in all circumstances? And I'm joined by my chief super spreader, Connie Fontaine. And we were just talking about this very simple topic. I can't wait to get into it. Con?
Well, I think, yeah, everyone always wants to talk about how to be the sun and how I was sunny today. It's so much easier to talk about the sun. And yet we've talked about this so often. We would never call the book Be the Sun. The book is Be the Sun, Not the Salt, because being not the salt is as important, if not more important, than being the sun.
And if we could just leave the world with that little message and people got that, it would be powerful because
Mhm.
being salty in our words or deeds, or even our thought, it is really corrosive and toxic. And the tiniest things make a negative difference.
Mhm. Yep.
We started, we were talking about something, and I was going on and on and on about something that you, Connie, said, I know. It was like 5 sentences that I did not need to say.
Mhm.
It was salt on your roots. Now, you didn't say anything other than I know, but I got it in the split second.
Mhm.
I don't need to add the 5 more sentences.
You
Be-
got it because you practice it and
Well,
because we know it and we talk about it. I agree.
I caught myself. This one is
Mhm.
found for me that one of the greatest things that I have learned of late, last, I don't know, several years. What I don't say, don't think, and don't do is fantastic when I know it's going to be helpful. It's not going to be necessary. And it'll only make somebody upset, even though it's true. And I shut up. God, do I love that I've learned it.
Well, and I think one of the things that we don't express often enough is the level. It's so much more toxic that it's like 5 times your impact in a
Yeah.
negative situation. You're 5 times more impactful with that negative than you are with a positive. And the way I always boil it down, and I think of a leader or a wife, if you're usually really great, but you every fourth, fifth time you're sprinkling in something snarky, making fun of somebody, ignoring them, roll your eyes, whatever it may be, that negates all the other good stuff you've done in the week. That visual for me is to remind a manager, yeah, it does matter that you screwed up. I know you're normally a nice guy, but you just you ruined the week by being a jerk on Thursday. So,
Man, I know that I don't want to be a jerk on Thursday. I know that I can be a jerk on Thursday. I
mhm,
know that my work in this area is to identify and call out to myself. I don't need to announce it to the world. I didn't say the snarky thing. I was thinking it.
right.
I was thinking it for sure, but I give myself a lot of credit for not saying it. The number of times that I don't say something tiny and unnecessary and salty to my wife or to my grown kids is remarkable. And what it
Mhm.
also means is that I used to say that stuff.
Right. And it does get easier if you practice, just like everything else we talk about. And I do think to a fault, sometimes we talk more about, well, when you do screw up, apologize well, do the next right thing. All of that is important. And that's hard. You got to practice that too. But we also owe it to ourselves and to everyone around us to be salty less often.
Yeah.
Have, have to apologize less. Do it when you need to, but you should have to apologize less and less if you practice being more heliotropic.
Right. And that 1% that I'm going for,
Mhm.
1% less salty. What's better, 1% less salty or 1% more sunny? Yes. I like being 1% less salty. Just literally don't say or do the thing that is going to make somebody else feel crappy that would be easy to not do or do. That's the
Right.
key. It's like, yeah, it'd be easy to say it. I know, don't.
Right. So if you think about it in the moment and the practice becomes partly like that would be 5 times harder on that person than it would be if I did something nice, that in terms of energy level and the way you make them feel, that's that's a pretty good way to start filtering yourself or myself. Talking
So
about the way I do it. It's about me. In this case too, it's not just about everybody else. It's about all of us.
you betcha. And that is a worthy goal. Just refrain from thinking, saying, and doing the salty thing just a little bit more. Consider
Little
yourself victorious.
That's right. And that 1%, that obviously comes from James Clear. It's if you can continue to make those 1% improvements, they obviously add up into much bigger than 1%.
And this is what I was thinking about lately. It might be overkill, but compound interest. If you put $1 a day
Mhm.
away, it grows over time. And the same is true with these compound behaviors. If you refrain from saying a snarky thing every single day that you used to say, lo and behold, you'll eventually become a lot less salty. So,
Well, and how about the impact you have on others? I think, that whole idea of who sees it as well and who experiences it as well. If you are saying something snarky in front of 1, 5, 10, 25 people, and each one of those take it away with how they feel and how they maybe treat somebody else because of it. I mean, that's a pretty big impact you can have on people, positively or negatively.
So next time you see people, gossiping and talking crap about somebody else, just refrain from joining in, even though it would be easy to do it.
Mm. Yep.
Easy to join in the, yeah, you know what else? Just don't.
Right. So salt is toxic. That's the idea here. You cannot minimize the impact you're having on other people just because you don't feel like it today. So salt is toxic. Let's all work hard at being less salty. When we make a mistake, we can try and correct it, do the next right thing. But in the meantime, let's be that 1% better today. Thanks for listening.